This episode brought to you by Spacer's Choice Ultra Sensitive Condoms. What do you mean it looks kind of like your brother's? And what do you mean about your brother's? Yes, that's the color it always is. Don't look at me like that. Spacer's Choice Ultra Sensitive Condoms. The condoms that make you feel ultra sensitive. Hey, I'm not a piece of meat. Plug it in all the way, it'll work. 76.1 the vote. You're with your best friend in the wasteland. That's right, your buddy Mitch is back. And babies, ladies, and gentlemen, holy moly-sode, we have got Halloween, we have got Fallout First, we have got the first transmissions coming from that Outer Worlds radio universe. Baby, you need to hold on. We need to collectively put on our seatbelts. We need to practice some safety. We need to buckle up, Buttercup, because this is going to be the best ride you can buy for absolutely nothing, because you're with your best friend in the wasteland. 76.1 the vault. My name is Mitch, and listen to this.
Stimulation.
Rub it on to get it off. Rub it on to get it off. Stimulation. Rub it on to get it off. Rub it on to get it off. Stimulation. So, as promised, in episodes past, I told you that we had a Halloween special we were working on, and I was all douchey and I played the intro twice. But when you spend so many hours on something, fuck you, you're going to listen to it. Anyway, my good friend Mark Hosworth and his daughter Sophia worked so very hard doing the voices for the radio drama you are about to hear. My suggestion for you: go get in the car, listen to this through the car radio, stereo, Bluetooth, whatever you call the sound-making contraption inside the car that is not your child. Go enjoy that in a car on a dark road. And just sit there, or maybe on the edge of a field, and just listen. Before the age of modern convenience, before a light switch would deliver the security of a well-lit surrounding, man depended on the flame for heating his home, for cooking his food. Man depended on flame, but man's heaviest dependence was for light, the ability to see in the dark. The flame brought security in an insecure time, a time when the conversation of others was the only entertainment available, and for those of us alone, a time when the mind gave us horrible images of what lies just beyond the candle's flicker, and the imagined forms of giant man-eating razor-clawed beasts that produced the screeching noises in the forest. After we blow out the candle, we lie awake, trying to reassure ourselves there will not be a hand grabbing at us from under the bed. For as long as anyone can remember, the phrase "peace comes to Shadowrest" has been in the local vernacular, meaning everything has settled down, a plateau resting in the shadow of Black Mountain. Shadowrest is a small village that is of equal distance between two small cities. A general store that had a couple of rooms to rent, a few cabins, a small farm, and a large barn used as a meeting place. Shadowrest gave the occasional traveler a secure place to stay the night while on a long journey. With its higher elevation than the surrounding area, Shadowrest is usually above the fog in the forest valley surrounding it. For generations, the fireside conversations would spin tales of things in the fog. The nights were turning cooler, and the trees began to rattle as the wind would rush cold air into the valley. Once the wind died down, and the fog settled in, peace came to Shadowrest. A small group of villagers stood outside the general store as the horsemen came up the hill and into the village. Chickens scrambled for cover as hooves beat the earth. Dogs barked to alert everyone to the approach of strangers. 3 men wearing black leather armor, riding strong horses with bits and bridles made of high-quality leather craftsmanship. The center horseman riding slightly ahead, wearing a red sash, securing a large saber at his side. The 2 guards behind him, wearing blue sashes with swords and scabbards across their backs. The horsemen stopped in formation in front of the group of villagers. The lead horseman looked them over in a glaring fashion. He then rode forward and spoke.
You! Who leads this place?
The villagers glanced nervously about, looking at each other in a mild panic.
Speak, or I'll take the words from your throat,
growled General Steele, pulling his saber from his waist and using it to point at a villager who stood wide-eyed, trembling in fear.
General Steele, nice to see you again. I'm sorry, but we have no gold.
Search the village!
And then, in a low, intimidating voice,
if we find anything here, we kill everyone.
At that, a cold wind blew through the valley, the trees raining golden leaves into the village. The barn creaked as the wind howled momentarily, delivering a reminder that winter was coming. General Steele and his 2 guards searched the camp violently, tearing down laundry lines and knocking over animal pens as the wind blew stronger and colder. Horses rearing, scaring women and children into the center of the village.
We have no gold. Please leave us alone.
Shouted the villager.
Formation on me, we ride!
Yelled General Steele, his 2 guards returning to his side. Then together they galloped their horses out of the village, trampling an old woman who had been gathering firewood. As the woman hit the ground, bits of kindling falling to the ground around her, the wind stopped suddenly. As the horsemen made their way down the plateau and disappeared into the dense forest below, a crowd of mournful villagers surrounded the body. A woman's cry pierces the silence. Echoing into the valley. The sun soon fell behind Black Mountain, as it often does this time of year, as the sun hangs lower in the southern sky. Darkness fell quickly as a heavy mist began dancing from the forest floor. A thick fog crept in without a sound. The horsemen found themselves at the mercy of a torch's glow, surrounded by orange mist, desperately lost in the dark, fog-covered forest.
Riders, hold!
Snarled General Steele, the two guards now at his sides. A torch's flicker dancing in a reflection on the horse's polished leather saddle. The three sat quietly as they peered into the orange glow and darkness that surrounded them. The sounds of children laughing in the darkness, first faintly, then louder, until it seemed to come from all around them. Trees towered around the horsemen like giant tombstones disappearing into the black mist above.
Light more torches! I can't see Hell's Gate here!
Commanded General Steele as a guard pulled some flint and steel from a saddlebag and began striking sparks into an oil-soaked torch. As the first sparks flew, everything in the forest silenced. The horses snorted and reared in protest. At that moment, an unearthly scream filled the air. The horses reared, wanting to run.
My God, that's a banshee's scream.
General Steele now trying to hide his own fear, while his guards are nearly paralyzed in complete trepidation. A subtle flicker of a torch got the attention of General Steele, who looked to his right and saw a guard was gone. Soon after followed the sounds of flesh hitting trees, then earth, like the forest was clubbing the horse and rider to death. The smell of hot horse's blood filled the air, overpowering the two remaining horsemen. The sounds of ripping flesh and something in the darkness gorging itself on fresh kills coming from just outside the torch's glow. The damp air constricted the torch. Slowly drowning, the flame gave in to extinguishment, and now there was nothing but cold, wet darkness, 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 darkness. Steele shouted,
Go! Go! Get to the village!
and the two spurred their horses in the opposite direction they were facing, the horses galloping in absolute terror while their riders were holding on for dear life. Trees blurred by in the darkness, their arms and legs scraped from limbs and branches. Then a roar came from behind. Then thundering footsteps followed. Suddenly the guard's horse screeched as it fell into a gully, breaking its back and throwing its rider headfirst into a tree, killing him instantly. Steele was now alone, riding his terrified horse at full speed through the blackest fog. Soon he noticed the ground turn upward. It was the base of the plateau. Without orders, the horse charged upward further into the dark. A long howl was heard from behind him. Then the sound of ripping flesh. The fog bend, the further up the hill the horse ran, and eventually flattened out into a clear, starlit field. Across the field, General Steele saw the village, a glow of candles in windows and doors. Lunging forward, the horse collapses, dead from exhaustion. General Steele is thrown to the ground. Pulling himself free from the horse, Steele limped across the field to the closest cabin.
Open the door!
The door slowly opened. The same villager from earlier that day stood there, eyes blackened over.
Yes, General. How can I help you?
Said the villager.
I demand you give me sanctuary here.
Looking over his shoulder, General Steele could make out the glowing red eyes of a figure across the field, feasting on the dead horse.
You killed one of our village elders today.
The ground began to vibrate as the thundering footsteps came across the field.
I demand you give me sanctuary.
The villager looked up.
She was my mother.
The cabin's windows began to shake as the thundering footsteps approached.
I demand you give me sanctuary.
Peace comes to Shadowrest, General. And it's taking you with it.
Backwoodsman Magazine. Fellas, stay up to date on what's going on in the woods. The monthly magazine that lets you know everything you need to know about what's going on in the woods. In this month's edition, we are looking for the sheep squatch.
Dude, did you hear something?
Sheep. Squash.
I'm scared.
Sheep.
Oh my god, it's getting closer.
Sheep.
Holy shit, dude.
I'm scared.
Sheep.
It's right outside.
Sheep. Squash.
Oh, Jesus, help me. Hell, he just wanted our dandy boy apple. Sheep squatch. Read up on it. Hey ladies, we've got those cooking and cleaning instructions detailed in the back. Woodsman Magazine. We're kind of dickholes like that.
No, telephone does not work. Do not bother calling for help. The Fisher-Price flesh-eating telephone. It follows you around and makes real flesh-eating sounds. Ages 3 to 7. The Fisher-Price flesh-eating telephone. When pulled, the eyes roll up and down, scanning for its next meal. It's got the creepy stare. The Fisher-Price flesh-eating telephone. Ages 3 to 7. We know toys and we know disfigurement. We're Fisher-Price. No, telephone does not work. Do not bother calling for help.
So they came out with this Fallout first Okay, Fallout first. What? The best meme. The best meme. SpongeBob memes that you know it was good, SpongeBob. You want to see me buy Fallout 76? And then under it said, do you want to see me do it again? And it had a picture of Fallout first. Okay, so Bethesda, what you did was you sold me a game that I purchased, the Tricentennial Edition. So I got the little bit pricier model for a game that didn't work right for about 6 months. 10 days after you released the game, you cut the price by 25 to 40%. I can't remember exactly what it was. And then you try this shit. So, no, that is not baby Jesus Todd Howard. That is baby Antichrist Todd Howard doing that shit. And you're getting griefed on it by tons, but you know, right? Money fucks your mom, I guess. So for this subscription that we can buy, we get absolute crap. We get an unlimited stash that eats items that will not be reimbursed. We get a neat little G.I. Joe camper tent. We get a bunch of items every month. And I'm not saying we, as if I am in the group that paid for this. I say we, as we, the player, are enticed to do this for $100 a year. Or $10 a month, right? Something like that. Yeah, they lost my respect. That is bullshit. You know, everybody's like the love it or hate it crowd. I'm in the hate it crowd. I'm in the fuck you crowd. That is the Fallout first fuck you. That is the Fallout first. The people that were your hardcore supporters. This is like when my went from good to mainstream and then started to suck. That, yeah, I'm going 35-year-old issues. Yeah, that's where I'm going. But, yeah, man, that's bullshit. They don't need to do that. They needed to put out a good product. And what is that good product? We're going to talk about that good product right after this.
Salt tuna! Like Spam, but with fish. Salt tuna, the white meat of the sea. Salt tuna! Fresh or rotten, it all smells the same.
Woo! This is Shibby Shibs with the Church of Carlin, and you're listening to 76.1 The Vault. Also, remember to bring wet wipes with every orgy. Thank you.
So the Outer Worlds came out. And yes, and yes, I would say, okay, first of all, let me just say the very first thing about Outer Worlds. I've played it for about, I would say, 12 hours total. And out of those 12 hours, it did not crash one time. It did slow down the graphics a couple of times when there was a lot of stuff going on the screen. But it has not crashed. It has not blue screen. It has not done shit. This is on PS4. Okay. The progression, I played it on normal. The game itself, it kind of starts a little slow, but they all seem to start slow for me. So, you know, but if you're used to Fallout, I mean, you'll have this game figured out in a minute. I mean, it's that I keep pressing the wrong button to jump, but pretty much everything else is the same. So, yeah, the trade skill system is very. How would you explain the trade skill? Okay, in Fallout, your trade skill system is very complex, and in Outer Worlds, it's simple, but long term. And you can repair equipment on the fly and things like that. So there's a lot of that stuff where it keeps you kind of out in the field. You do have your ship, your spaceship. So that is your mode of transport. I look at it more like an elevator that just takes me different places than an actual like headquarters, because there's just so much you can do on the fly. You can sell to robot vendors, which is really cool. And I have found some ridiculous little weapons. And I'm sure, my character's only like level 12, so, I'm not all that, but I found a pistol that shoots, some kind of bolter pistol 2.0, and it shoots plasma out. And it is super duper accurate. It's like when is the Nerf cannon coming at this thing? Because I just pull the trigger twice or something and it's gone. I love that weapon. So yeah, Outer Worlds. If I was gonna say anything about it, I'd be like the graphics are great, the visuals are great, the effects are great, because there's a lot of things where you get spit on and things are like rolling off the screen. I'm not a big storyline guy. I'm a big let's go out and kill everything guy. That's me. So it moves just a little slow for me, because I'm like, no, okay, yeah, I don't care what you're saying, just show me the green arrow to find, and I just go over there, okay, kill him, okay, good, yeah. So but I mean, 1 to 10, I'd say 9.6, 1 to 10. It's not perfect, but I mean, I can't go out and program a video game, but I can appreciate the work that went into that one, and that's a really nice video game. And this is an urgent message. Appalachian Arcade 76. Check out Appalachian Arcade 76 on Facebook, or join the PSN community Frights and Fun 76. They say that Trick or Treater's coming soon. Frights and fun, frights and fun, frights and fun, frights and fun, frights and fun.
I know you can't see me, but I'm standing right beside you.
Frights and fright fun 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 and fright fun. Your hosts are Yabracadabra, Dr. C.J. Morton, Appalachian Arcade 76, and Heather Orlowski. They'll have candy and treats. A haunted house. There's gonna be a costume contest, a raffle, and much, much more. Join that PS4 community Frights and Fun 76. Or check it out for more information on Facebook, Appalachian Arcade 76.
I know you can't see me, but I'm standing right beside you, beside you.
What's new to do in Appalachia? How about Appalachian Arcade 76, home of the Amazing Maze and Bingo Blasto? Is there even a way out
Welcome
of
to the
here?
The Amazing Maze. Time is running out, 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 out.
I don't know where I am. I'm lost. Where am I? Does anybody
You will
know?
never
Can you
escape.
help me, please?
play with us. Bye-bye.
The Amazing Maze.
So this guy got like all pissed off, like some of the rest of us got pissed off. Your friends here, 76.1 The Vault. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, I don't expect you to agree with everything I say. That makes you an individual. If we all thought the same things, we would be called robots. And I haven't been programmed like you have. I guarantee it. Anyway, 76.1 The Vault at gmail.com. Shoot me a message on Facebook, 76.1 The Vault.
Come here, little one. Come here, little one.
Have you heard of FalloutFirst.com? So the guy, just like me, got pissed off with Bethesda, said, "This is bullshit. You do not need to be charging us anymore for the inferior product." And I mean that when I say I went over to the White Spring and I had floor mats shaped like ghouls chasing me around, biting at my ankles. Yeah. So, still the unfinished product being sold to us. And now they want to, we should make some more money on all the money we lost when the game sucked when it first came out. Todd. That shit. So, anyway, this guy's making fun of the Fallout First. And he went out and he got the website. He went out, he purchased FalloutFirst.com. He purchased the derivatives of FalloutFirst.com. And then he started posting his displeasure to his website, FalloutFirst.com. That is hilarious. Your company name is Bethesda. You are a dynasty in a video game genre. You did not procure the web address of a product you were deciding to sell. Wow. And that was my Spacer's Choice Halloween special. I hope you enjoyed my Spacer's Choice Halloween special. I would like to thank Mark Hosworth and his daughter Sophia for helping me with this episode. They both worked very hard, and you can hear it in their lines. They did absolutely great, and I really hope you guys enjoyed that. So I'm still going to be 76.1, but we are switching to an Outer Worlds style format, and I think on episode 10, Outer Worlds Radio would be coming in October. It is October. There was lots of Outer Worlds in this episode. There will be lots of Outer Worlds in the future. So I hope you like it. If you have not gotten the game yet, I know on PS4 it is absolutely great. A phenomenal game. It is really good. Not nearly as complex as I'm having a whole lot of fun with it in a simpler way. And the way the items are dropping, it's a lot of fun. And the legendaries are not really legendaries. They have names like Simon and Bill and stuff like that. So, it's kind of obvious. It's not like, Mana Queen or whatever. It's not that bullshit, you know what I mean? It's, like Bill, the Mana Queen. Or I don't know. Check it out. It's a great game. I hope you enjoy it. And thank you so much for listening to my podcast. I hope to see you again next time. Bye-bye. So what we're going to do is move the microphone just a little closer to me so I can hear myself as I record. Recording in the house. That seems to be a pretty good pickup. It does not seem to be going very far. It does not seem to be getting beyond the capability of the microphone to pick up. I think everything sounds good. I need to get pumped up. I need to talk shit into a microphone. I need to be heard out of both sides of my head. Wow, that sounds so much better. Okay, I wonder what the fuck was going on.